Welcome to the world of natural pest management, where your herb garden becomes your greatest ally in the fight against garden invaders. If you've been battling aphids that cluster on your roses, slugs that devour your lettuce overnight, or whiteflies that seem to multiply faster than you can count, you're about to discover nature's own pest control arsenal. The shift from chemical pesticides to herb-based solutions isn't just a trend, it's a return to the wisdom our gardening ancestors knew well. Using herbs for pest control offers remarkable advantages that extend far beyond simply keeping bugs at bay. These natural defenders protect beneficial insects like bees and ladybugs, while creating a safer environment for your family and pets. Unlike synthetic chemicals that can persist in soil and water systems, herbs break down naturally, leaving no harmful residues on your vegetables or in your garden ecosystem. The aromatic compounds that make herbs so effective against pests also enhance your garden's sensory appeal, creating spaces that are both functional and delightfully fragrant. The power of plant power, herbs for pest control. Understanding how herbs work, their pest-deterring magic reveals the elegant simplicity of nature's design. Most herbs contain volatile oils and compounds that insects find overwhelming or repulsive, while these same substances often attract beneficial predators that help maintain garden balance. The key lies in matching the right herb to your specific pest challenges. Basil stands as one of the most versatile pest deterrents in your herb arsenal. Its strong scent effectively repels aphids, whiteflies, and spider mites, making it an excellent companion for tomatoes and peppers. The plant thrives in warm, sunny locations with well-draining soil and requires consistent moisture without waterlogging. Regular harvesting of basil leaves actually encourages bushier growth, giving you both culinary herbs and ongoing pest protection. Lavender's distinctive fragrance creates an almost impenetrable barrier against moths, fleas, and mosquitoes. This Mediterranean herb prefers full sun and well-draining, slightly alkaline soil. Once established, lavender requires minimal watering and actually performs better in somewhat dry conditions. Its long-lasting blooms provide extended pest control while attracting beneficial pollinators, making it a dual-purpose addition to any garden. Mint varieties, including peppermint and spearmint, excel at deterring ants, rodents, and cabbage moths. However, mint's aggressive spreading habit requires careful management, so consider growing it in containers or designated areas to prevent it from overtaking your garden. Mint tolerates partial shade and consistently moist soil, making it perfect for those slightly shadier garden spots where other herbs might struggle. Rosemary's woody, resinous scent, effectively repels carrot flies, cabbage moths, and bean beetles. This drought-tolerant herb really thrives in full sun with excellent drainage and actually prefers lean, rocky soil over rich, amended earth. In colder climates, rosemary benefits from protection or honestly container growing that allows for winter shelter. Catnip contains nipetolactone, which is a compound that research has shown to be, 10 times more effective than DEET at repelling mosquitoes. This hardy perennial also deters aphids, squash bugs, and cucumber beetles. Catnip grows readily in most soil conditions and tolerates both sun and partial shade, though it may attract neighborhood cats who, let's face it, find its effects pretty irresistible. Planting your herb arsenal is all about strategies and combinations. Strategic placement transforms individual herbs into a coordinated defense system that, honestly, maximizes pest control effectiveness. The concept of companion planting with herbs goes beyond simple proximity. It involves understanding pest behavior patterns and creating multi-layered protection that confuses and deters unwanted insects. Creating barrier plantings around vulnerable crops provides the first line of defense. Surrounding your tomato patch with basil not only protects against aphids and whiteflies, but, it also enhances the flavor of your tomatoes. Similarly, planting rosemary around bean rows creates an aromatic fence that carrot flies and bean beetles find difficult to penetrate. Interplanting involves weaving herbs throughout your vegetable beds rather than grouping them separately. This technique disrupts pest navigation by masking the scent trails that insects use to locate their preferred host plants. Scatter plantings of dill among your cabbage family crops help confuse cabbage worms, while chives interspersed with carrots deter carrot rust flies. For comprehensive aphid control, combine the power of multiple herbs by creating what gardeners call a pest confusion garden. Plant basil, catnip, and garlic chives in close proximity to your most aphid-susceptible plants. This combination overwhelms aphids' sensory abilities, while providing habitat for beneficial insects that prey on these pests. Slug and snail deterrent combinations work best when they create both physical and chemical barriers. Surround vulnerable plants like hostas and lettuce with a combination of lavender, rosemary, and thyme. These herbs' strong scents repel slugs, while their somewhat spiky or fuzzy textures make crawling across them uncomfortable for these soft-bodied pests. DIY herb-based pest control solutions can really make a difference in your garden. Fresh herbs offer endless possibilities for creating effective homemade pest control solutions that work as well as commercial alternatives. These preparations allow you to harness concentrated herb power and apply it precisely where and when you need it most. Peppermint spray represents one of the most versatile herbal pest deterrents you can create. Just steep 2 cups of fresh peppermint leaves in boiling water for 30 minutes, then strain and cool the liquid completely. Add a few drops of dish soap to help the solution adhere to plant surfaces, and spray directly onto affected areas. This preparation effectively deters ants, aphids, and small rodents, while leaving a pleasant scent in your garden. Garlic and herb infusions create powerful broad-spectrum pest deterrents that work against both insects and larger garden invaders. Combine crushed garlic cloves with chopped rosemary, thyme, and cayenne pepper in a large jar, then cover with hot water. Allow this mixture to steep for 24 hours before straining. The resulting liquid can be diluted with water and applied as a spray that deters everything from aphids to rabbits. Lavender oil sachets provide long-lasting protection in areas where spraying just isn't practical. You'll want to dry lavender flowers thoroughly, then place them in small cloth bags that can be hung near vulnerable plants or tucked into garden corners where pests usually like to hide. These sachets actually maintain their effectiveness for several weeks, and you can refresh them by simply crushing the dried flowers to release more of those natural oils. Creating herb-based companion traps means using strongly scented herbs to lure pests away from your valuable crops. Try planting patches of tansy or pennyroyal in spots away from your main garden beds. This will attract and concentrate pest populations where they can be more easily managed. This technique, by the way, works particularly well for controlling cucumber beetles and squash bugs. For soil-dwelling pests like grubs and root maggots, you can create herb-enriched compost amendments. Just mix dried ground herbs like rosemary, thyme, and sage into your compost pile, or even directly into planting holes. As these materials break down, they release compounds that make the soil environment less welcoming to pest larvae, all while enriching the earth with organic matter. Cultivating a healthy garden naturally is really about more than just swapping out products. It's a whole shift in mindset, working with nature instead of fighting against it. Over time, your herb-based pest management system actually gets stronger and more effective. As your plants settle in, beneficial insects start to build up their populations, and the entire garden ecosystem finds its balance. Success with herbal pest control definitely takes a bit of patience and observation. Unlike chemical pesticides that knock pests down right away, herbs work more gradually by disrupting pest behavior and creating conditions that naturally keep infestations at bay. So with this gentler approach, it's important to monitor your garden regularly and adjust your strategies based on what you see happening. Honestly, experimentation is key when it comes to finding the right herb combinations for your unique garden and pest problems. Things like climate, soil type, and which pests are common in your area all play a role in what will work best. It's a good idea to keep detailed notes about what works and what doesn't, and don't hesitate to try out new combinations or switch up your planting spots based on the results you get. The beauty of herb-based pest control really lies in its sustainability and continuous improvement. As your herb plants mature and spread, your pest control capabilities just kind of expand naturally. Many herbs self-seed or can be easily propagated, so you end up with an ever-expanding defense network that, honestly, requires minimal input once it's established. Remember that successful natural pest management involves supporting the entire garden ecosystem, not just targeting specific pests. Encourage beneficial insects by providing diverse flowering plants, create habitat for pest predators like birds and beneficial insects, and maintain healthy soil that supports strong pest-resistant plants. Your herb garden pest control system represents an investment in long-term garden health and environmental stewardship. By choosing this natural approach, you're contributing to a healthier planet while creating a more beautiful, fragrant, and productive garden space. Ready to transform your garden into a naturally pest-resistant paradise? Start with just 2 or 3 herbs that address your most pressing pest challenges, and gradually expand your herbal arsenal as you gain experience and confidence. Don't forget to subscribe to Smart Garden for more natural gardening wisdom, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to embrace the power of herbal pest control. Your garden and the environment will thank you for making this natural choice. Smart Garden, watermark text.